Alright everyone, I ran into a major problem. Last night I was looking at my tank, turn on more light here, and as you can see there's no filters in my tank right now. My filters used to be over here, the bracket for one of them is still there, but I noticed that my heater, this is a Fluval E series heater, great heater, was blinking red and saying my tank was too hot. And the tank actually wasn't too hot, but that heater requires water movement constantly around it to work correctly. So I tested the rest of the tank. It was actually at 78, which was fine, but it was blinking around 83. So the heater saved me there because my filter, actually both of them, crapped out. Which is crazy because I've used these Fluval filters for years. I have one on my turtle tank that I've been using for over 5 years, and I still recommend these filters. They're awesome. I took out the padding in here to test them, and they're awesome though because they have this bioball section in the middle, the biocylinders, so you have some nice biological filtration in there. Well, on my turtle tank there's been times that I didn't clean it quite soon enough and turtles are really dirty, and the Fluvals kept working. I'd clean them out, they'd be fine. Well, I had my Fluval U3 and U4, both of them weren't pushing water, so I cleaned them out really good and tested them, and they wouldn't turn back on. So it's really crazy to me, both of my Fluvals died. So my tank has no filter, so this morning I ran out really quick. I'm going to buy another Fluval U3 or U4 for inside the tank, and the reason I like these underwater filters as well is there's no water movement, there's no water noise, and also because there's no splashdown and there's less openings on the top, water evaporates less quick from the tank. So that's better if you go on vacation for a few days or a week. You don't have to worry about the water level going down very much. But I went to the store, they didn't have the Fluvals, and I would have bought another. I'm really surprised both of them crapped out. It's crazy. They were pretty dirty, so I guess they got overrun. But yeah, they crapped out, so I was like, oh no, oh no. My fish seem to be doing fine. They're all okay. And we have a new filter here. We're going to be putting in this Marineland. And this one's really nice. It's got two sides and two filter pads, so you can change one at a time. You got your bio wheels. Really nice filters. I just usually don't prefer hang-on backs because you do get some water noise and they do make water evaporate faster. But I need to get a filter on there. I can't wait for shipping. So I'm going to put this on the back of the tank, and I'm going to get a Fluval U3 or U4 again to put inside. And then if I ever go out of town, I'll take this off and just let the Fluval keep working while I'm out of town, just so water doesn't evaporate as quick. Now I'm going to probably have to move my heater to the other side. I don't know if that's possible because of all that stuff over there. But because the tank here has this big opening, which I've covered, as you can see, to keep evaporation, but this big opening is where he would fit, the filter would fit. So I'm going to have to figure out how to get this filter on there now. I might have to do some cutting myself. Maybe I'll cut out a hole over here with some tools or something. I know the top of my tank is dirty right now, but it is what it is. Alright, so let me go ahead and figure out how I'm going to get this on there so we can get this tank back to being safe. Alright, I got the filter on and it fits perfect. And it's not too loud. There's a little noise, but it's really not bad. You got both the bio wheels going. I take that off, it sounds a lot louder. But this kind of makes that water go more level down, so it actually really not that loud. Fits nice and perfect in there. And I just put the heater right there. As you can see, the heater's blue, showing 70. It's hard to focus because all the gunk in the water, but it's showing 72. It's got to get up to 77, then it'll turn green. And it was blinking red on me when it got too hot, but I got it under the water flow. Very messy looking tank right now because I had to move around all these rocks to get that to fit down there. Those rocks were against the back, so I had to move everything around. So let me go ahead and give this tank a little bit of time to clear up, and then we'll look at it when it's nice and clean. It's only been a little while, like 20 minutes, and as you can see, temperature's getting a little better and the tank's looking a little better. Now there's lots of lights and stuff behind me. Still some stuff floating around because we just, moved everything around. So I'm going to give it a little more time, but this filter seems to be doing a really amazing job. And the fish seem good, and we're getting our temperature back up, so we'll check back in a little bit. Alright, it's been a little longer and the tank is looking great. Now there was a lot of kind of like waste in the bottom. You could see some kind of on this shell, that brown stuff. And that's because I don't know how long those last filters weren't running for. Now it was blinking red at me before when I noticed it, so my computer desk is right next to here. I'm pretty sure it wasn't more than a day, but it could have been 2-3 days, I don't know. I'm pretty sure I would have seen a red blinking light though. As you can see, our temperature's going up. We're getting up, we want to get up to around 77, 78, so it's slowly going up. And this filter is actually really great. There's a little bit of noise to it, but it's not bad, and I don't really mind it. I've been sitting here and not minding it. Now I did want to mention those Fluvals I had. Let me go ahead and throw some food in for the fish while I talk, and we can take a look at them. The Fluvals that I had, I looked up and I bought those back in 2013 actually. So they were 4 years old and they weren't super well cleaned and maintained. Like, I cleaned the filters, but I didn't clean the impellers enough and such. But for a filter to last 4 years is actually not bad. So again, those Fluvals, I like them a lot. Not affiliated with them in any way. It's just the filters I've used for years and they've done great with my tanks. But this Marineland is going great, and I am going to throw a Fluval U3 in here just as extra. But the fish look happy and healthy. Everyone's doing just fine. No one had any issues from not having a filter for however long it was. I'm sure it wasn't more than a couple days at most. And heater setup over here is working great. This filter has an inlet up top that you can close or open. I've got it open since there's just a lot of stuff still going around since the and then an inlet at the bottom. A lot of stuff still in the water, even though it's been an hour or so. Just because I moved all the rocks and the filters weren't working before, so there was a lot of stuff. But this filter's doing a great job, and by the morning I'm sure the water will be fully clear. Got the gourami up there, and I think that's a platy or it might be a molly. They look so similar to me. This rainbow shark I've had for a couple of years, same with this tetra. The rainbow shark I got when he was little, now he's pretty big. There's a loach down here, and he's always just swimming around. He's good because he kicks up. Oops, I lost him on camera, I think. Where'd he go? It's hard to see on this little screen. I think he's right there, right? Oh, there he is. He just blends in so good on this little camera screen. He's good because he swims around the bottom and he kicks up a lot of the junk, so it helps get it in the filter. So a little bit different tank setup than it was, just because I had to move the rocks. But looking good, everyone's healthy. Where's the angelfish at? Oh, then we got the butterfly fish up there. Angelfish I just saw, but right now, of course, he's hiding. He was just swimming around the front a few minutes ago. But anyways, crisis averted, and just a warning out there, everyone. Just like me, I keep track of my fish tanks. I feed them every day. I'm usually really on top of it, and you know, my filters just 2 died just randomly. I don't know how that happens. So keep an eye on your fish tanks. If you have a heater or a filter die, you know, your tank can be in trouble pretty soon. But I tested the ammonia, nitrate, everything's good. New filter's going, and I've got so much live rock that I'm not worried about losing the filter media in the old filters. I know this is a freshwater tank, but in saltwater tanks as well as freshwater tanks, any porous rock is what the beneficial bacteria will grow on. So plenty of beneficial bacteria in there, I'm sure. Even with the new filter, we should be alright. So, have any questions about fish tanks, let me know. I got a lot of fish tank care videos and setup videos and just a lot of information. So check that out. And happy pack keeping. We'll see y'all later.